welcome to Encounter Roleplay. We are going to encounter some amazing roleplay things today. You see what I did there? It is hump day of the week, so it's going to be some silly shenanigans all day long. So I'm excited about that, but enough gilding the lily. We got these amazing people who have joined us for the stream. And first, I will swing it on over to Anna. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Anna. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm at Nymeria941 most everywhere on the internet. I have never played this game before, but I am really excited to sling some tarot cards and maybe kill God. That sounds like fun. So when Mitch pitched this to us, I was like, yeah, seems like a good time. I'm in.
I love it. It's one of my favorite things about this game too. We're just ripping the power from God. All right, so we have two special guests with us today. Luckily, we have them in that one TV for your viewing enjoyment. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and how awesome you guys are.
Cool. So yeah, I'm AC. Do you want to say your name?
I'm Sam. Say them.
We work at Indie Press Revolution, and we're super excited to be here, even though we had technical difficulties. But that's great because we're siblings, and we just love being absolutely as close to each other as humanly possible.
It's great. This is exactly what I signed up for.
Yeah, I don't hear any sarcasm in that voice. It's completely legit.
Never.
Of course
Me?
not.
Sarcastic?
No.
So today we are playing Royal Blood, a game of cards. It is a really cool game, kind of like in the same vein as Ocean's 11, but if you like slapped it with the Changeling: The Lost Book, and then like threw in some unknown armies, as well as some other inspirations. They will be playing royals. As they do, with some semblance of power in this world, but what they really want is to be kind of the major arcana, the ones who wield all the power, who, like, with a flick of the wrist, something amazing always happens. That is their goal. And with kind of the intuition of any of the Ocean's 11 cast members, they are going to perform one of the greatest heists of the world and change one of the arcana for the tarot deck everywhere. They're going to gain that power. So we're going to go through character creation, go through the heist, and we'll see what happens at the end. I'm rooting for them, but I'm going to try to rein that in because I am playing Fate, and Fate has to be neutral, but secretly inside I am rooting for all of them to accomplish this goal. So the first question, Crossroads, that we're coming up to is character creation. And in that vein, we're going to allow two different ways to make our characters. One of which is just to randomly draw from the Minor Arcana deck, and then just see what you can get. So you can be of any of the families, and the families are the suits of the cards. Or we can choose to have you guys all part of one family, and then we'll just randomly choose one of the family members in there to be. So it's more so, do you guys want to be parts of different houses or families, or do you guys all want to be part of the same family? I leave that choice to you guys. So what do you feel?
Sam, any thoughts? I can see you have a face on.
Yes,
right?
me too.
No thoughts yet.
I'm always
empty,
partial to going totally random. But yeah, that's just me.
That'd be fun. Yeah, let's do that.
Entirely random. Sounds good.
Entirely random.
All right. Entirely random. All right. So I have my angelic deck of minor cards right here. And we'll draw and figure out what happens at the end there. Okay, so who would like for me to draw for them first? Gotta raise your hand quick. You know what? I'm gonna go with Sam.
Oh, yep.
Our fate has chosen Sam.
Oh, okay.
Fate has chosen you.
Cool.
It is Ace of Wands. This small little thing.
I know,
So
sorry,
go ahead
my
and-
computer is down on my lap, so if you see us going like this, looking at the screen.
Also, I'm putting
No,
stuff
it
in
is
my notes
totally
so I don't
cool.
forget.
Smart.
So the Ace
I
of
have the memory of a
Wands.
clown.
And we'll kind of go through all of what they mean as well, because as you're picking your character, you want to be thinking of your silver and your blood. Blood being things that are kind of more mundane, while silver is kind of like your supernatural facets. And within the book itself, it gives some options for what that could be. All right, so we got Sam as the Ace of Wands. AC, you ready? Heart
yeah.
of the cards. Ka-chow!
Hit me.
You are
Super
the
cute.
page.
Can you read it to me?
Yeah, you are. I will show it off just to show off the art, but it is a Page of Swords.
Oh, sick. Sam, can you keep my notes too, please?
Never in 1,000 years.
My loving sibling who adores me so much.
And for Anna, you got a pretty
This was
cool
my
one.
mom.
You have the King of
An
Cups.
old man. Just what
You
I
have the
always
old
wanted.
man. Dreams do
Yes.
come true in royal blood. All right, so let's figure
My
out
goal
what
in life
all
is to
of-
be elderly and male.
I know, right? All right. So first, the Ace of Kings, the the Ace of Wands. The Empire of Wands is fire, energy, creation, destruction, the smash and grab, the world in the palm of your hands, towering edifices, impossible momentum, something raw and bestial behind your eyes. Which sounds exactly like Sam. Is that accurate, AC? What do you think?
Oh yeah, totally.
So
The
very
fear
accurate. Yep.
in their
Listen,
eyes,
I have a
right?
scar on my ankle from where Sam with a Nerf gun, and I got a scar when we were like in elementary school. So yes, that sounds exactly like Sam.
It's been years since I was that violent. Rosie's telling tall tales of a day long past.
Well, now it's recorded on the internet for forever and possibly to be used for a court future. All right, so Ace of Wands will put you so either the Prince of Wands or the Princess of Wands. And really, these are just descriptors. You get to choose whatever royal name you want as you choose. But the prince is a trendsetter and trailblazer, bridging the gaps between worlds, or the princess is biting off more than she could chew. Let's just start. Revel in chaos is the thing to take from the Princess of Wands. So are you a chaos person or are you a trailblazer? Bridging the gaps between worlds. What do you think, Sam?
It's a really hard one. I think I just want to be. I think I want to be the princess for this one.
All right, excellent. All right, so you are the Princess of Wands, biting off more than they could chew was just a start. Revel in chaos, light your cigarettes with dynamite, riding on the crest of a disaster, escape the worst of the damage, but doom bystanders. That is who you are. So something for you to write down is you get to choose two facets between the blood and silver. The facets for blood are convince someone this is a good idea, despite the evidence to the contrary. Always come up smiling, incite chaos. And then silver is mistress of explosions, summon a stampede, a Russian roulette revolver that never misses, which sounds terrifying. Any case, you can find this all in the book, so think upon that while we go through and chat with AC about this. So AC, Page of Swords. All right, that's who you are. So let's turn on over to the swords. So you are no malice in your movement, but a terrible momentum. Train fast and unstoppable, you smash apart those in your path. Pushing forward at all costs. If you stop moving, you die. You turn to stone.
I love
That's
that.
who you are.
That's basically the opposite of what I am in real life. So I just sort of end up
Yes.
moving until someone else is, or staying somewhere until someone else moves me. So.
Excellent. So that is the Knight of Swords. You can check out. The Blood is ex-military infiltrator, urban exploration junkie, ambitious gang leader. Silver is bypass walls and barricades, move unnaturally fast, and bleed later, which is interesting. So go ahead and check that out. The swords in of themselves are air, speedy, and filled with clarity, wisdom, and intelligence. You are the brains of the operation. And then finally...
See, that does sound correct. That sounds entirely correct.
Yeah.
Roleplay with her, and that's not...
It's not, I mean, one of you guys have to be right. We can't have both be right. So finally, Anna, you are the king. The King of Cups. The Court of Cups is water, shape, and flow. Art and artistry. Softness and misdirection. The long con. Hips and lips and whispered sickness. Change, eternal, unchanging. As King of Cups, the right word in the right place can move mountains. Loved and feared in equal measure. Emotion is just another tool. Push too hard on the paper mask and you'll find there's nothing underneath.
Sounds deep.
So you can... I know, right?
I'm here for that.
So, your blood, because you're going to choose two. Blood is perfect composure, a way with words and not to be displeased. Silver is make watchers unable to turn their faces away. Twist your twist your face into a mask, and then take someone's words from them. And you can, of course, find that on the Cup of Courts, King of Cups page. People generally just choose one of
and
these.
I'm
So
choosing one from blood and one from silver. One blood and one silver. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just waiting for that PDF to load.
Ka-chow. All right. Does anyone have any questions so far as you guys are filling in the spaces of your character?
I don't think so. I'm just trying to think of a name.
All right, we need names.
I know.
It's
gonna take me a second to just noodle on that.
Yeah, so on names, because you are a royal, it could be anything from, like, Anna could just be the king, or the King of Mortals, any sort of title that you believe you should be bestowed. Because remember, you're trying to steal this amazing power. You could be called Jeff, but why?
If you want.
if you want to be Jeff, I will not stop you. Or you could be Lord of the Waters. Totally up to you. I'm gonna switch my lights here too. I feel like dark. Be right back. There we go. Hi, people. And also be thinking about like how you do magic. So the major arcana can do magic however they darn well please. While you guys usually have to burn something, do a chant, it's completely up to kind of what you are, what type of person you are, and how you communicate and change reality. But it's meant to be kind of a creative way for you to distinguish yourselves from everyone else. Yeah, and I can help you out, Anna, with the cups. For you are the king of cups. The blood one is that you could choose is a perfect composure, a way with words, and then not to be displeased.
All of those are so intriguing. I think, though, because it would be different, I'm going to go with not to be displeased.
Excellent. And silver is make watchers unable to turn their faces away, twist your face into a mask, or take someone's words from them.
I want to be able to take someone's words from them.
Excellent.
Sounds very cool.
I know, right? Sam, did you end up choosing your blood or silver, or should we go over the at least the apparent options we have in the book?
I picked both. My blood is that I always leave smiling, and my silver is a Russian roulette that never misses.
Heck yeah. Perfect. All right. And how about you, AC?
Yeah, so I've got ambitious gang leader and bleed later because I really like the idea. I like how ambiguous those last points are on all the what is that? The silver ones? Yeah, all the silver ones are always like, what do you mean that it never misses? Who knows? Isn't that you always get the result you want? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll find out. All right. So, what names have you guys chosen for yourself? What titles bequeath to you?
I've got mine.
All right, go ahead.
The Chalice of Fathoms.
I love it. Everyone bow before the Chalice of Fathoms. So everyone in chat, make sure you bow for they will one day potentially be the ruler of a realm. Oh. All right, Sam, what you got?
I feel unoriginal now, but misfortune.
You play League? High five.
No.
TV.
League of Legends, Sam.
Oh, a little bit. I played it before. I don't know if that's a reference to something.
It is, and obviously Misfortune it goes back way before, but Riot Minds or Riot Games has taken it. But I love it. Yeah. All right, AC.
Jeez. The first thing that came to mind was the Hound. So I'm just gonna go with that, especially since I have a little boy on my shirt today. Hold on. A little dude on my shirt. That fits rather nicely with that. So I'll do that one. That Hound.
Excellent.
I believe he's a little coyote or something.
Some sort of wild canine.
So yeah, the Hound.
Excellent.
For me.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to get a little bit in to figure out who we are to each other. So in terms of the viewers, we'll go kind of clockwise for the sake of my sanity. So when I say kind of clockwise, and then counterclockwise, who to be looking at. With you guys fitting in the same screen, that's gonna be weird. So the first part is you turn to the person to we'll say clockwise, and ask them one of these questions. So we'll start with Anna first. Clockwise, you were addressing Sam's character. So the questions that you can ask him is one of the following. What makes you feel jealous towards me? What have we both loved? What have we worked on together and lost? Or how did you come to learn my weaknesses? Which one do you choose to ask?
Well, Sam, or I think I should probably call you Misfortune, how did you come to learn my weakness?
Let's see. You're the jealous of Fathom? And I'm very, very good at answering quickly. I'm gonna say a series of unfortunate events led to the fortunate discovery of what it is you are weak to.
And what is that chalice of fathoms? What is your weakness? Where do you hurt? What's that soft, squishy spot?
I think it's the fact that the King of Cups lost the Queen.
Was it a friendship, a love, a romance? Who did you lose it to?
I think that it was something that this character lost because of the ability to take someone's words away.
Ooh. I love it. It's appropriately tragic.
Yeah, I think
All right.
they did that, and that is how they lost the Queen.
So, Sam, you will be asking this question to AC. The ones that are left are what makes you feel jealous towards me? Who have we both loved? Or what have we worked on together and lost?
Lay it on me.
What have we both worked on together and lost? Oh, hound.
Oh,
Hound.
oh, hound. Okay. Probably something like, because I'm an ambitious gang leader, so probably something that was going to. I probably came to and I was like, I have a plan that can increase both of our powers, along the lines of like taking over another gang's like territory type thing, and we failed. And I ended up losing some of my gang, like they died probably. I don't know. I don't know how gangs work. This is an important thing. We'll see. You know how gangs do. They die usually a lot, I assume. So yeah, they died and stuff, and probably rather bitter at each other because we both lost something in that play for power.
Excellent. All right, AC, this is for, well, actually, Hound. This is for the Chalice of Fathoms. You have two options. What makes you feel jealous towards me? And who have we both loved?
Those are both really extremely good. Let's see. I'm going to say what makes you feel jealous towards me, because that means I have something to be jealous of.
Your ability to be honest.
Ooh, that's really good.
Excellent. All right, we will swing on over to Sam and go the other way. So, Sam, this will be addressed to Anna's character. 4 different questions, of
The
course.
Chalice
like
of
before.
Fathoms.
The Chalice of Fathoms. So, why did our last duel go unfinished? Why do you love me so? What have I taken from you? What secret of mine do I wish you didn't know?
Man, those are all good questions. I guess playing the character, I'm sort of trying to develop. I'll ask, what have I from you?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, you cut out.
Yeah.
I ask, what have I taken from you?
Hmm.
It's a toughie.
You've made me lose my composure because of what you found out about me and the Queen. You took away
Well, I am the Princess of Chaos.
Yeah. You took away the facade a bit.
Oh, snap. All right, perfect. So, Chalice of the Fathoms, you will be directing this towards AC. Why did our last duel go unfinished? Why do you love me so? Or what secret of mine do I wish you didn't know?
What secret of mine do I wish you didn't know?
That's the hardest one for me to, because then I have to answer that one. Let's see. Give you a secret. Ooh. Do I know like where the Queen of Cups is at? Like, you, I don't know, hide them after you spelled their words or something, and I know where you put them, or I helped you hide them, something like that?
Yeah, I think you know. I love that.
Yeah. Drama!
Alright, I'll type that down.
All right, and then
It's the
from
name of the,
AC...
well, it's not the name of the game, but
Yeah. For the Hound to Misfortune, why did our last duel go unfinished? Or why do you love me so?
two paths damage. Why did our last duel go unfinished?
Did our last go unfinished?
That's what I'm asking you.
Well, I'm asking you back. I'm thinking our last duel went unfinished because it simply wasn't the way that things were destined to go, and some sort of grand event, like a great storm or something occurred.
What was the event?
Ooh, I kind of want to think, just because I think it'd be dramatic, like an earthquake that severed the ground between us.
Alright.
Perfect. So the last part of character creation is secret for each of you, and that's why you have agreed to do this. This is more than just a straight power grab. You probably have some inner thoughts and motivations that make you stick your neck out for this very thing. So you guys can choose one of the following, and don't say it out loud. This is just for you, and the why of it will become apparent later on. But there's revenge, there's pride, there's greed, and there's loyalty. One of these four you put down as your secret motivation.
Mitch, do you want us to just note these secretly, or should we also send them to you?
Note them secretly. And of course, they can change too. So, like, if an opportune moment comes up and you're like, I should change it to make this more dramatic, feel free to do so. So, Royal Blood takes place in the city. It is a unique and interesting city with a lovely harbor, tall skyscrapers, a lovely moon that shines down through these parted clouds. There's jazz always playing in these cityscapes. Garbage trucks go up and down the streets. So let's kind of figure out who you guys are in this world. How do you present yourself in this unique place? And we'll start with the Chalice of Fathoms. So who is the Chalice of Fathoms?
I can just make anything up, huh?
Mm-hmm. And also describe your court. Like you don't have like a huge domain like the Arcana, but you do have a small court, a place in the city that is your own, your kingdom of sorts.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking that they're kind of like a, you know how there can be people that like are powerful on a local or like relatively small scale that take that sort of power very seriously, like someone who's really just, I'm the town mayor and my word is the law. Like, I think that, you know, like, I am the Chalice of Fathoms and you will do what I say kind of thing. I think that my
of like
court...
HOA of some sort.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the court as being sort of just this very large extended family as well. So it's something that's gotten bigger and people add to because it's kind of like this black hole that just tends to suck you in. You know, you get involved working at, you know, wherever it is that I am, you know, in charge of or leading, and then suddenly, you know, you're coming over and, you know, making dinner every Sunday night and have all of the people gathering together, and I'm just sort of there at the head of the table surveying the people.
Excellent. I love it. All right.
Yeah.
Misfortune. Who is
that's
Misfortune?
me. I'm thinking, I'm not exactly like a significant figure, but I'm a well-known citizen, and I'm thinking of like, I guess the character I'm sort of thinking of is like I don't know, late teen, early adult, like somewhere between our ages, 17, 21. And I'm thinking she just kind of likes to make chaos and wreak havoc for people, just for the fun of it. And she has like a group of people, some borderline worshippers, others just like friend or associates, who will join her or like help cover her tracks or increase the damage that she does.
Do you have a cult?
Kind of, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I have a cult.
Okay, you got a cult?
A cult of people who just like to wreak havoc for everyone. The town vandal.
Excellent. All right. Hound. What's your court like? And who are you?
Well, I have a gang, so I'm definitely thinking like probably abandoned like, skate park vibes. Like probably we're the people who go in and chase all the like teen skaters off as a bunch of super cool adult skaters come. Right, all of you get out of here. And there's like I think there's like some like pile of broken furniture or something that's kind of a throne shape if you look at it, and we've sort of surrounded the area with barbed wire and sharp metal things that are ragged and rusting. And yeah, that's where we hang out. The Cool Kids Club. That's not the name of the gang, but that'd be fun. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So you're going to figure out who your mark is, and this is of course randomly done, as with everything else. Whose title you are trying to get from this? Ooh, I can't show this because there are nipples on this. But it is the devil. That is your mark.
Cool.
Absolutely amazing.
Totally
Yeah.
Cool.
gonna be great.
So are all
Love
of us
it.
going after the same mark?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah.
creature of craving satisfied, the lord of addicts, 1,000 leashes around 1,000 necks, sex, blind and dumb, a frantic scramble of hands and lips. That is who you guys are trying to take. That is the power you're going for.
Sounds about right.
All right, so we're going to take a quick little break as I check on my little one. But in the meantime, please let's start talking about like what the city is like and where you guys are starting out. So I'm gonna be right back. Hello and welcome back. We are done with our break. I got some coffee, so that was cool. Last time we checked, these amazing royals have decided that the devil is the arcana that they are going to steal and take down. So we're going to go around and make this personal for each person. Why does this mark exceed your abilities? How did they wrong you? What about them made you come together and say, you know what, let's get them? And we're gonna hop over to the Hound. What did the devil do?
All right.
Or maybe you're just jealous.
I mean, seems pretty powerful. I think probably the easiest one is that they were probably I tried to take over part of their court before, like the gang that I take over with Misfortune before was part of like an offshoot of their power, or like directed by some part of them, and I'm just like, you're doing it again because I don't lose. So whatever that was a fluke, and I'm going at it again. So
Excellent. All right, how about you, Misfortune? What did the devil do?
I'm really just heavily playing on the whole Princess of Chaos aspect, and I'm thinking, with the devil being like the epitome of epitome, thank you, of chaos and bad fortune and whatnot, Misfortune, I just kind of think, hey, I want to be you. Give all of your magic.
Excellent. All right, so the Chalice of Fathoms. What'd the devil do?
It's not so much about what the devil did to me as what the devil has that I want. And normally, if I want something, I just get it, or I get somebody to make it happen for me. The thing that the devil has is one thing I can't make for myself. And I want it.
Excellent. I want it. All right. So the prize, all right, that is the prize is a representation, the physical representation of the personification of the devil's power. What do you guys think that should be, knowing this sexy devil man thing?
I'm not sure what I can and cannot say on Twitch, so I'm not going to say the first thought of.
type it in chat or private chat, and we'll screen it.
We'll determine, does this break terms of service?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Any thoughts?
Not off the top of my head.
Now I have to know. I really want to know what your first thought was.
I can put it in the chat. Yeah. I'm gonna put a sad smiley face so you know that I'm ashamed of it.
That's fine.
That's
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Twitch nipples, but is good with that.
You can't show nipples on Twitch.
We're doing
any
the
type of
opposite.
nipple.
We're telling and not showing. That's okay.
Exactly. You could describe a
Here.
nipple, but you can't show a nipple. So the item presented. Oh, you can't
Good
show
to
this
know.
item either. Uh, but the item proposed by the lovely hound was a dildo. The manifestation of power for the devil. And since we are democracy, all those in favor say aye.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good to me.
Feelings. I'm personally not super for it.
You have reservations,
Okay.
Sam?
Yeah.
What's your idea? What do you think?
It's the devil, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So why not just
The
a crown
devil.
of thorns?
Crown of horns or crown of thorns?
Horns.
Horns.
Like a crown,
I like that
but
too.
it's horns.
Yeah.
Multiple
Also,
horns.
I like
I'm a
that
minor,
too.
so take that into consideration.
Okay.
All right. So, crown of horns. Say aye.
Aye.
Sure.
I
I'm good with that.
All right. The crown of horns is what you guys are trying to take. Yeah, the physical representation of the devil's power. It is protected by the box. The box is really anything that can stand in the way. Financial issues, guards, a magical force field. It could be anything, but the box is a representation of that. And for that, for this game, we draw the major arcana, and I lay them down beside the mark. And this will kind of help us figure out what these boxes are. So I'll have a total of 5. So what we have for the box is death, temperance, wheel of fortune, magician, and the empress. These things are the box. These things are the ones protecting the prize. And the book goes into detail about what these mean. But we'll go after that when we start kind of doing the information gathering section of it, which we are coming fast over towards. So everyone gets 3 coins. And this is coins that we'll be placing on the icons or the on the arcana themselves to suggest information that you have gathered about this. And then as gameplay occurs, your job is to kind of remove the coins until every obstacle is gone, and then you can kind of lay off that part of the box until you get to the devil himself, their self. All right, so everyone has 3 tokens in mind, and we'll just kind of go through each part of the box from left to right. So the first one is death. Death is my favorite. It could be a trained assassin, a zealous maniac, a hunter, someone of something dangerous out for blood, a one-woman army, or the Reaper itself. So this is one of the things that's protecting the prize. And when you place a coin on it, on the this box on death itself, you are telling me like what your character has learned about this particular protection. Maybe you've heard that they have like this really awesome gun that you will definitely have to take care of if you're going to get past them. It's kind of up to you and your creativity, but you only have 3 coins each as you go through these 5 different parts of the box.
Would you mind really quick again just saying what the 5 were? Because we can only pick 3.
And
so we have death. Yeah.
Death, temperance, wheel of fortune, magician, and the empress. And I'll put that in chat.
Okay.
forgot my phone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend a coin on death. So I get to state what I know about this now, or you get to tell me something? How does that...
You get to... Yeah, you tell me. This is the information.
Okay.
As we're kind of going through it, we're identifying what exactly is in your way through this gained information that you've acquired.
Okay. So I think... that whatever, like, this, or whatever entity this death card represents, it essentially tries to guard the things it protects by deflecting and distracting your will to keep going with finding the item that you're after, if that makes sense. So it's not necessarily trying to kill you outright, it's just trying to make you become so discouraged or so, like, downtrodden that you just give up, you know, like Swamps of Sadness style. It's not trying to kill you outright, but it might, because it sucks. Yeah, I think that's what I've put in there.
Excellent.
I kind of love that, like, this could be a person that came up with a way to do this, because that's just mean, but also awesome.
I know, right?
So, yeah.
All right. So...
Died of ennui.
It's just a bunch of... I'm trying to think of DMVs. Yeah, it's just a bunch of, like...
Yeah, exactly.
Just suck the life right out of you.
Demoralizing nonsense. Yeah, exactly. Like having to count grains of sand, all that.
Excellent. All right. Misfortune and Hound, did you guys want to put any tokens on death?
Yeah, I don't have any ideas. I'm worried about what the other ones are.
I'm also
As you should
saving mine. I have yes for later ones.
Excellent. All right, and we could always move back. So we'll move on over to Temperance. And Temperance is the unfair advantage. You're outmatched, but with this, you're not outgunned. If you get your hands on it, you'll have a shot at taking them down. The hidden razor, the brass knuckles, a roll of quarters in your fist, the great leveler. So, what are you guys thinking? It could be like an
I
item.
have something for this.
Be creative.
Right.
Be creative.
I know. Can it be like a just going in with my character's theme? Like, I don't know, a cool, good baseball bat with, like, you know, spikes and stuff on it. Maybe I don't know. Like, maybe it has bits of, like, bone or teeth strapped to it. It used to be, like, whatever because part of Royal Blood is that this has always been happening, right? Like, people have always been coming and taking the major arcana. So maybe like, there's a baseball bat that has parts of the previous death, like horns back to it, that still have some sort of zhuzh to them, a little bit of magic.
Some
I love
pizzazz.
Some pizzazz. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. All right. Okay. Did anyone else want to put something on to Temperance?
I'm kind of thinking, like, if it's a matter of like keeping things balanced. This isn't exactly how it works, but I'm thinking maybe Misfortune knows something and knows how to use that sort of information to like cause some degree of chaos in the forces, just to send them into disarray.
All
So do you think you know like a specific thing, or can you just bend luck a little? Like how does that knowledge work?
It's kind of a combination of both. It's just like through fortune, like intentional fortune, if that makes sense. Misfortune knows a certain secret that, if given to the correct people,
But what is the secret?
oh man, that's a
Yeah.
hard one.
That's what we're figuring
Yeah, you
out.
got.
It's like,
Yeah,
That's
so
what
this
we're
is
trying to
your-
figure out. But
this is figuring out what the secret is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're getting
this is
knowledge.
stuff
This
that we-
is
I'm thinking.
yeah,
this is like the Ocean's 11 first 15 minutes
This
where
is-
they're like.
I was
doing
gonna
the
say
research.
this is our planning montage. So if you know a secret,
Mhm.
now would be the time when you'd tell us what it is. Like, yeah, exactly.
Yes. I have a secret. It's really good. It's a good secret. It's
Leave me alone.
But it's just
I'm
so
thinking I like-
secretive.
It's such a secret I can't tell you.
I mean, you can always
no,
just
I'm
like
thinking
think
it's
about
like-
it, and yeah.
No, I'm thinking
Go-
what I know is like the devil had like a really, really terrible, came from a really, really bad place, was like a really, really bad person. And I know about it, so I know that if I tell the right people, I can cause distrust and paranoia in the devil and his troops and followers.
so like, did the devil mess up before, and you know what the mess up? What? Dude?
Maybe? I don't know exactly, no.
You wanna?
Yeah, I think what
circle
what
back.
we
I'll think about how exactly the devil was bad.
yeah
What
and
a
what we
terrible
can
thing
do
to
is,
think
like,
about. Who knows?
Yeah, you have some knowledge specifically concerning the devil's past that will allow you to kind of sow a little bit of chaos and acquire the bat. So maybe there's people like protecting it, and this is knowledge of kind of what will dismantle those people so that you can then grab said bat needed to smack the heck out of the devil.
Can I pause it?
You got it.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Go.
Me? Okay. The Arcana, what are they called?
Arcana.
The Arcana, like, what is, like, the person? I guess the devil before the devil was specifically related to, like, their magic and abilities were specifically related to, like, the afterlife. And so taking that information and just sort of sprinkling in a little bit of hyperbole and white lies and telling it to the people guarding the bat, I'm able to make them afraid of the bat that they're protecting, so their security gets weaker, and we're able to get in and get it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's kind of your knowledge is that the people protecting it are vulnerable to kind of these seeds of chaos. I think would be appropriate for that. Anna, did you have something to add?
Nope. I was just yeah. I'm saving my coins up for the last two. So if you're like, should I put a coin down? Is Anna going to? Just so you're aware, those are the two that I'm like, these seem cool. I'm gonna do that. So.
Excellent.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so we will move on over to the Wheel of Fortune, which is a seed of chaos, a riot waiting to happen, a tinderbox neighborhood, a storm in a fake 911 call, a riot of noise to hide your signal. Yeah, so this is something protecting the devil.
And misfortune is sort of my forte. Suddenly I'm going to spend a coin on this. I'm going to say that I have a degree of, I guess, sort of control over the fortune of small events that occur around or to the devil. Like, sort of, I can cause tiny little mishaps. Like, I can make him over a table or something.
That's what I was saying. You make them
Yeah.
slip on a banana peel.
They slipped on a banana peel and just happened to fall down the stairs and then get thrown
into a cart that went down the street and got hit by a car.
And fell into a lake that happened to have some leeches that were sick. It's not my fault.
Yeah, so this is specific
but it totally
information.
Is.
Yeah, so this is specific information about the thing that is protecting the prize. So, what do you know concerning this seed of chaos, whatever it is? And as you're kind of giving information, you're helping define what this seed of chaos is. What information do you know about it to help you overcome it?
Like, what do you know of the domino piece that we can knock over that can start the series of events?
Yeah.
And what is that domino piece specifically?
Yeah, I know this domino piece. I know of what it's to do to cause just a series of misfortune.
Yes,
and the thing that we have to do is we have to buy a specific piece of bread from a nearby baker's shop. And a long series of events will occur that could potentially completely wreck the secured crown.
All right, so there is a piece of
sourdough.
Yeah, so there is a kind of almost a cosmic weird force of misfortune that surrounds the prize, and you know a very specific loaf of bread that if purchased and maybe messed with in a particular way will offset this kind of chaotic defense mechanism around the prize. So anyone
it's more like
else?
the specific baker at a specific time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The type of bread doesn't matter. I just really like sourdough.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else want to add something there?
Let's see. Can you read the description of what this one was again? It was like, well,
Yeah, of course.
It's just fortune, right?
Yeah, it's Fortune 10, which is a seed of chaos. It's a riot waiting to happen, a storm in a fake 911 call, a tinderbox neighborhood. These things.
I also want to say something like, if I have gang members of mine that like died up against this force the last time, maybe there is, I don't know, maybe I managed to capture, like I have a prisoner of war, I suppose, on my side that I suppose had the misfortune to get captured. I'm not sure if this quite goes into this line, but let me know.
Yeah. We'll kind of put it in. So it sounds like you know about someone related to the Devil's Gang that is willing to share information to overcome this kind of chaotic field. Is that accurate?
I know of a weak link.
Excellent.
You basically have right, if you've talked to... I'm just thinking, like, you know, when you do a planning thing, it's like, oh, you have the map of the interior, like, you know, there's a secret door in somewhere, you know, something that you would get from putting pressure on someone on the inside. Like, what is that weakness?
Yeah. Let's see. Perhaps this may be a good moment to define where we think the bat, let's see, maybe like the bat as well as the crown is. I would imagine that is like perhaps very heisty in I almost want to say it's just in a closet somewhere. Like the devil has a very large building, I'm imagining, that like they host parties at, and there is a well-secured closet building that has like a, you know, beep boop keypad that you get through, and then it opens up, and there's like a bunch of weapons in the glass pressurized case. There is also the bat, and perhaps this person that I've captured has the knowledge of the code at least. So we've got one of in order to get the bat, that we can then get the bat to do all those such things.
All right. So a person that you have applied pressure to who knows a code of some sort. All right. So the next one is the magician. The magician is wise and skilled beyond compare. It is the expert. The only person for the job. Invaluable skills hard to bring inside or onside, but necessary for the job to come off. A scientist, an artist, a con man, a living legend. So you guys know of someone who can help you throughout this whole endeavor, who you will need to that you have information of in order to acquire them.
I would like to spend one of my coins on this magician figure to state that this person has been a longtime rival of mine. I think it's probably one of those things that, started out when we were kids and we were both like competing to be, the best person in the music class or whatever. And then it just became this cutthroat, anything you can do, I can do better thing. So I think what I want my coin to be is that they are a formidable opponent, but I've faced off against them before, and each of us is the one that is best able to outthink the other one. So I can kind of get an idea of what they might do, how they might try to guard this crown, because they're an old rival.
Excellent. All right. Anyone else want to add anything to the magicians?
I think I'm the last one, right?
Say again?
So, I think I have one last coin, which I think I might put here, because I like the idea of the hound having a mentor figure who taught me how to street fight and stuff, how to fight dirty, and me coming back and asking them maybe it's the type of thing where they also trained maybe devils specifically, but the devil's bodyguards, top security person. So this mentor of mine has in on that, and they left the devil's service because I was like, you're getting too powerful, and so yeah, I went back to them and I was like, I need your help, type of thing.
Excellent. All right, so this same person who was a rival for the Chalice of Fathoms also is your mentor, correct? Or at least was in the past.
I wasn't thinking it's the same person, but yeah, sure. That would make it very funny.
Drama.
We are somewhat rivals as well.
I'm absolutely now imagining your character as being that safe cracker type, and it's just you kind of know everyone who's been running in these circles, but you switched what team you were playing for, and everyone's just oh, what? In my head. Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't go any higher. And cool. I was like, where's the move? I want the upper movement thing. I'm not looking for a horizontal promotion, all right? I'm trying to go
a
up.
Lateral move in the criminal underworld. Oh God, yes. Love it. Love it.
Excellent. All right, anything more on the magician?
Not for me.
Yeah, I have one coin left and I want to save it for the Empress.
All right, so we move on over to the Empress, who is the one whisper that can bring down empires, a master of her own destiny, a charmer, a devil, a weaver of words, plays hearts like violins, who knows just which strings to pluck. This is one of the people who stand to protect the prize. So what do you guys know about them in order to get them out of the way?
I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure about it. But it seems fun, so I'm going to throw it out there. What if Misfortune had a thing with the devil? Like the devils themselves for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So who's this person that we're building that's connected to what you just said?
The devil himself? Some sort of
Yeah,
long gone...
We're building a person right now. We are building a person who is guarding the devil.
Okay. So I was bouncing it off because I wasn't sure if that would be okay. Okay, so let me think a little more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
no
have an
problem.
idea then while you're working on that. I think this Empress figure is someone who is a little bit sympathetic to me because reasons that start with secrets. But I know them because they are the best friend of the Queen of Cups.
Excellent.
So
All right, so
there's a connection
you have
there
some-
somehow.
yeah, some familiarity that
Yep.
hopefully you can use when the time comes.
Yep. Like they might be more susceptible to an emotional appeal because we know each other. You know,
Excellent.
we're on friendly terms. We're not like acrimonious toward each other.
Excellent. All right, how many coins does everyone have left?
0.
One
All right,
coin
so
left.
just one coin, Misfortune. You have Death, Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, Empress. Which would you like to put your coin on?
Did you have a thing with Empress? A capital T thing?
Maybe, yeah, that would work. But who is the Empress?
That's what we're here.
Well, no, I'm thinking.
In addition to being the best friend of the Queen of Cups, that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the Empress... Maybe the reason why Misfortune and the Empress get along is because they both have some sort of association with luck. Whereas Misfortune is sort of that shot in the dark and it still hits the target sort of luck. Like blind luck, random chance. Maybe the Empress is sort of like good luck.
And would she be willing to help you out still, do you think? Because y'all had a capital T thing in the past?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so right now we have 1 coin on Death, 2 on Temperance, 2 on Wheel of Fortune, 2 on the Magicians, and 2 on the Empress. All right, so that is what you guys have to overcome in order to finally get to the devil. And the devil will most likely make an appearance before you get to the end. So this is part of the scouting of the box. And once we have fully defined it, I'm going to leave these cards out, as well as the devil. And so, yeah, we're gonna start with one of you guys, and primarily how this next. So we are at the heist part of it. We are at the last 30 minutes of Ocean's 11, where all of the planning, the schematics have been put together, all of the side scenes have been done, and we are at the point where it is time to make it rain. And so we will start with the Chalice of Fathoms, and you guys can all be a part of the scene, or only one of you can be a part of the scene, as you guys go from different parts of the box. So if you wanted to do death, and then next up you wanted to do another like temperance, that is totally fine. Just imagine it in the movie as going from different scenes of the movie, of these two different parts that are totally connected in order to finally get to that prize, but kind of happens during different times. So time is kind of wishy-washy in this time, is more so there for somatic purposes. So, Chalice of Fathoms. Which one of these parts of the box are you tackling? And if someone is joining in, that's totally cool, but Chalice.
So I kind of have an idea. We're basically trying to destroy the devil, claim all of the devil's glory for ourselves, right? And maybe ascend.
Yeah, you were trying to take the devil card, to change it forever,
right,
to have your face on it.
Right. So the way that I imagine this is kind of like every good heist has like a scene at a party. And we already know that the devil likes to have these giant, festival things with probably lots of dancing and food and drinking and, illicit encounters in dark alley, hallway, things like that. So I think that's probably where we are right now. And I want to kind of lean into my whole not to be displeased thing to try and put on a very impressive show against death, because death tries to discourage you from even showing up at this place, like, ugh, you're wearing those clothes, or like, how dare you show your face, it's not this unless it's from the Champagne region of France, just trying to discourage you with snobby demoralization. And I would like to bring the full bore of the Court of Cups down upon this. So we've got, all of our best clothes on. We just sort of walk into the room and people just go, whoa, and like they're kind of scared, but they also kind of like it because we're just so cool. Like, we're not trying to hide the fact that we're here. It's definitely a very strong game opening. We're here to take this thing that's important to you, your move. Best defense is a good offense, more or less.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're trying to go up against the death aspect, that discouragement that surrounds death. So like people are coming in, and like you see someone who looks fably dressed, but man, they don't have the crew behind them. As the bouncer just says, kind of looks over at the devil who's seated upon his throne. And for me, I'm imagining like Henry Cavill in that bathtub. So this fantastic looking person upon this barrel of a throne filled with water and like tea leaves and like flowers, looking fantastic. My tech person just said I need a minute. This is fair. It's just Henry. But any case, the bouncer looks over and like the devil just kind of shakes his head, and this person just can't get past the judgment. As everyone kind of laughs and snickers, and then it is quiet. For the Chalice of Fathoms has taken themselves upon this red carpet, lush and thick. It is soft. What are you wearing in particular, and what does your crew look like in this instance?
Well, I'll let you both describe how it is you want to enter if you're making the like boom face in the front door entrance thing like that. The chalice is wearing a long mantle that is made of a very dark blue velvet embroidered with very heavy sort of bead encrusted gold and silver constellations, emblems of the moon and stars, planets, and down at the bottom of it, somehow enchanted to look a little bit like mist rolling off of water on a foggy morning. And the people who are part of the crew are type of they're not wearing identical clothes, but it's uniform enough with this sort of, like insignia of water on it that you look at somebody when you're like, oh, you're with her, that kind of thing. And I'll just sort of walk in without paying too much mind to the bouncer, really, because who cares?
Exactly. This poor man who is not Henry, who kind of looks over at the devil in order to see that response. But we are going to draw. So what facet are you betting for this endeavor?
The blood, not to be displeased.
Excellent. All right. As fate, I am going to draw for you. With one facet bet, you get to draw one. Gosh darn it, Lydia. for people watching, it's my producers being awesome. So I'm going to draw the one. Are you guys ready? Heart of the cards. It is the 6 of Wands. So this is, in this system, a yes, but. The royal succeeds, but not without problems. The facet wagered on the challenge is damaged. Describe how it is damaged. And that facet is just kind of put to the side. But go ahead, Chalice of Fathoms.
I think despite her best efforts to put on this good show, at the heart of this character from character creation is very much this idea that it is just a facade. Being impressive and projecting this magnificent image to a room full of people has the desired effect, but it's that whole like fake it till you make it thing, but you still doubt that you have made it. And I think that note of some discouragement and some demoralization creeps in because she sees that it's working. She sees the effect that it's having on this crowd of people. But she's worried that when it comes down to it, she still won't be able to get the thing that the devil has that she can't make for herself.
Excellent. All right, and with
so
that,
still
I am
there.
taking
That doubt's
the
still
coin.
there.
Yeah, I am taking that coin from Death. In that aspect of the box has been cleared, so I'm turning it on its side to dictate as such. That kind of that feeling, the snarky looks and such, has been overcome, and at least the Chalice of Fathoms is through. So how about the other two? Did you guys go in with the chalice, which is totally cool, or are you going through a different way? I think you're muted.
Sorry.
There we go.
I was not allowed into the party because I'm blacklisted because the last time I went to a party I wrecked it. So instead I just went out and bought myself a loaf of sourdough bread.
All right. So in kind of the mechanics and how this works is you two are kind of just with the Chalice of Fathoms as the leader in this endeavor have overcome this certain task. So you have the Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, Magician, and Empress. These aspects of the box are still here. So we will throw it on over to the Hound or
You're
Misfortune.
Wheel, right?
Was the
To figure out how you want to go
bread
past.
wheel or temperance?
I believe
The
that
bread,
was
yeah.
So is
Just go for it. You getting bread?
yeah. Are we frozen?
Are you muted, Mitch?
Huh? No, I'm here.
Can we not hear you? Okay.
You
Oh,
should be
okay.
able to hear me.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, we can hear you now.
You're-
Yeah, I'm gonna go after the Wheel of Fortune.
All right. Okay, so you're going after the Wheel of Fortune, that chaotic energy field in Bread Maker, who you know of. And to clarify for people watching, you don't have to just be involved with the facet that you put down on the thing. That's just kind of like the information that you gather, but anyone could use that information to get past the obstacles. And really during this time, during the heist, you're just kind of chipping away at each of the obstacles till there is none left and the prize stands before thee. All right, so please continue, Misfortune.
So I go to this baker's shop on a specific day, let's say like a Tuesday at 2 in the afternoon. Just like
I know that
few
song.
hours before rush hour.
Yeah.
Is that the song?
Yes.
What part of it is a song?
Just the. Okay. What are you doing at the baker's?
Right, and I buy myself just a nice loaf of sourdough bread, and then I leave. And I hope that the series of events I expect to occur occurs.
Do you want to tell us what the series of events are a little bit?
Yeah, let's say that afterwards, a worker who works next to the Devil's Building comes in to the baker's shop looking for the same loaf of bread that I happened to buy. Gets upset, spends longer in the baker's shop than normal, before eventually buying something else and then leaving. They get caught up in traffic because too much runner, so they end up getting to there late, and that comes set. And so they end up intentionally lashing out at some worker, like an assistant or an intern, and that causes the assistant or intern to have a bit of a breakdown. So they end up going into the restroom, which blocks another person from getting into the restroom. And that other person has to go to another door, but then that's also the day that the janitors come by, and so the janitors by this door as they're leaving. And the janitor spills a bucket of water that causes another person who was on their way to slip, fall, and injure their knee. So that person ends up being, because they have to take care of this knee injury, and that causes the devil to become impatient, and he leaves right when a flock of birds that lives on top of his building flies overhead. And it's just the birds...
Mess up his suit? What's going on?
the birds mess up his suit, and he ends up having an assistant clean it off and get another suit. And as that's happening,
And he's like late to check the security things. Can we get?
yeah.
Where's the end of this domino line? I think I can. Off in the distance.
And as they're getting in their suit, they have to get past security, so
Yes,
security
okay.
is temporarily weakened.
Excellent. Okay, so
Now we do this-
what facet are you betting? Yeah, this is Misfortune
I'm
betting
fast-
one of their facets.
I'm betting my silver facet, Russian roulette that never misses. In this case, it's, that tiny chance of fortune, a shot and having it hit.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to go ahead and draw, and we'll see what happens. Ooh.
These
So you
words.
got the Queen of Wands, which is a yes and. Not only does the royal pull it off, but they manage to get a benefit from the bargain. Fate, who is me.
Yeah.
I get to give you one of the coins, so you have a silver coin. So mark that kind of in your brain or down on a sheet. So you have a silver coin that you can bet later on. So yeah, good job. So what is this? I mean, you described what this looks like perfectly. So in this case, it all kind of goes off with a hitch as you're able to have this domino effect go through, which eventually, I think in this case, it's appropriate. So maybe the devil is in this bathtub because his suit was ruined by those flock of seagulls. And because of that, his crown, which normally rests upon their head, is tucked away somewhere else. Thus, it is no longer on the devil's well chiseled forehead. So, with that said, good job. There is still one more token upon the Empress, and there's two on the other three. But we will flock on over to the Hound. And of course, you guys can all work together for this endeavor. So don't feel like you have to do something on your own. There's just one leader for every task, and they're the one who rolls. Or flips in this case.
I think that I'm at the party, probably not. I was trying to think of what the Hound would wear. Probably something like, Zendaya's Met Gala Joan of Arc dress type thing.
What's that?
So like that, but like a male version, because the Hound is a guy, I've been thinking. So something that's very night inspired, but dark. And like I said, I think the Hound is all very like street as well. So it looks sort of like it's more homemade. Like you have these plates of armor. Yeah. You can look it up on the internet, Sam.
Too bad. I'm trying to get to them.
Plates of armor, but maybe they're like obviously taken from things, like other things, and welded together, sort of. So, and wearing like Doc Martens. So yeah, go in, and what I'm looking to do is I'm trying to while the chalice of fathoms is doing her thing, distracted. I'm gonna try and get into that back room where the cool bat is, and that.
Excellent. So which of these parts of the box are you trying to overcome?
I think in order it would have to be, rather than the bat first, it would be the code first, which I think was the magician, right?
That was the Wheel of Fortune. But it could be, I think, in any order. Like, it's kind of freeform. You don't have to do it in the order in which you put the coins down.
Exactly. You can just kind of go, because like in Ocean's 11, they're going all over the place with the scenes, or really any heist movie. I'm sure there's more than just Ocean's 11.
No, I'm pretty sure
Wasn't
every
the
heist movie
code-
is just called Ocean's 11 by other names.
Yeah.
What?
Favorite TV show is just Oceans 1 through how many episodes there are in Leverage.
There's a lot of episodes in Leverage.
Except it's not Leverage,
Oceans.
it's Oceans.
Yeah, Oceans. Yeah, so, but yeah, I think I'll go for that first. If that was the Wheel of Fortune.
Wasn't it the Magician because you got the code from a hostage? You should take notes on this.
Mitch.
So the Wheel of Fortune was the chaotic energy field and bread maker. The Empress is the epic killer. Let's see. So which one are you trying to... The temperance was the baseball bat. If that's what you're aiming for.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to get the baseball bat. I just thought that we set up that before baseball bat, the magician was a mentor of mine that was going to help me get the baseball bat. So I'd go there first.
All right, yeah, that sounds good. So we'll go on over to the magician first, so that you can acquire said item in order to get that baseball bat. So for the magician, this mentor, and this is someone that the chalice is connected to, as well as yourself. What are you guys doing to kind of sway this person to your cause?
So I don't know, maybe the chalice of the fathoms and I like see a mentor of mine out mingling when we're mingling out on the floor of the party. Maybe?
Definitely, yeah. So how do you want to do this? Do we want to like good cop, bad cop it? Do we want to?
What do you know?
What was your connection to him again?
Childhood rival. Or rival since childhood, I guess I should say.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's totally good cop, bad cop, right? You're the rival bad cop, and I'm the mentally little like, hello,
good cop, bad cop, except it's enemy cop, student cop.
I have an idea. So if you're ever at this type of thing, there's usually some kind of like live music, right? Or a band or something. I'm kind of thinking maybe we used to be these old music rivals. Me and the magician. Sorry, I can't read my own notes. Used to be old music rivals. And I think I'm gonna get up on the stage and just be like, give me the microphone for a minute, and I'm going to just start like singing and performing all of these songs that I'm going to specifically make it all of the songs that the magician was performing when they lost to me in competitions. And I'm just gonna be like, because I'm trying to create this atmosphere of dread so that when you go in to do your smooth talk routine or whatever, they'll just be so flustered because no one else will know this. They'll just be like, oh, beautiful music. What a nice time. Let's dance. And then this person is just going to be absolutely squirming and miserable. So I'm just standing there, crooning into the microphone, looking at this person as they're probably, doing the thing where they've like a cocktail napkin in their hand and they're just crumpling it up into a fist that they don't realize they're making. You go for it.
I love it.
Yeah, and I
do your thing.
Walk up behind him and tap him on the shoulder and start going, "That's been a while, old man." You want to like roll through this or just say? I think.
Yeah, the magician is kind of one eye glaring at the chalice while this beautiful music but heart aching for this individual is trying to focus on whatever you're trying to say. So they're kind of distracted and a little bit more malleable. So what facet of your character are you using to try to convince him of your ways?
Yeah, so I think I use a ambitious gang leader and try and go from the side of like, you and don't you want to see me go further and farther, and are you tired of all the parties? And we both know we're not meant for this glitz and glam, you and I. We're supposed to be out on the streets and taking what we're owed. And if you can help me, then I can get you out of here when I make my grand exit.
All right. I have pulled a card. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It is
Very
the Six of Cups. I dropped it. It was supposed to be cool. Darn it. So Six of Cups is a yes, but. So a problem comes up, and you destroy that facet. So whatever. I mean, it's up to you to let us know how that looks. But go ahead.
Yeah, so it was I think he just sort of gives me the pass, walks me over to wherever the bat is being in this sort of building that we're in, and waves through the first like security guards who are standing out the door. Waves me through there and is like, we to get in there. I'm showing him around, and then types the code to the second door and opens it, and then goes back and leaves probably, and is like, don't tell anyone I was involved. Good luck.
Excellent. All right, so I'm going to take one of the coins from the Magician, which leaves 2 on Temperance, 2 on Wheel of Fortune, 1 on Magician, and 1 on Empress. So what comes next, crew?
If no one else has an idea, I go straight for getting the bat now. Unless we want to do a cutaway to if anyone else wants to do something first.
Let me see. The bat still has its security up, right?
Well, that would be yes,
the bat. Yeah, the bat has
still have to
2
get the bat.
coins on it. Yeah, two things that we have to overcome in order to get that bat.
Yeah, go for it.
I catch my brain forgetting how to speak. I'm going to do that thing I do where I use information to just spread chaos. And I'm not technically allowed into the party because I'm blacklisted because I like to just ruin them. But I do manage to...
Do you ruin the party? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Is by the devil, and I have a little piece of information about this infamous bat. Just might cause that security to be worse off than anything I've ever. So I'm gonna say, well, they're doing that under the guise. Under the distraction of the Chalice of Fathoms, I'm gonna sneak in, not all the way, but I'm gonna go to tell about how this that they're guarding is like belonged to this Arcana who was like directly tied like terrible fortune and the afterlife, and how the fact that they are gone but there's remnants of them still around means they're gonna be like cursed to terrible mission, and I'm just gonna spread these little seeds into as many of the guards as I can.
Do you like try and do a try and make something happen that makes them think like, you're basically telling them like a ghost story? Do you then make the Ouija board move? You know what I mean? Or you like cause something to collapse?
Yeah, that's kind of
collapse or
what I'm wondering. Because like. Otherwise, you're just kind of a random person spreading rumors. Like, what do you do to actually make them believe you?
Yeah, does like so wands are generally like air type stuff. So does a huge storm start crackling overhead, and
Actually,
you're like,
I'm hired, and I'm thinking the devil sounds like the type of person who uses candles as decoration. Which can never end well. So I'm gonna see if I can make some of these candles set stuff on fire.
Burn the house down.
All right.
The evidence if there's no house.
All right, so it sounds like you're using a little bit of magic. And what facet are you betting on, and what does your magic look like? I'm
gonna use always leaves with a smile. my blood one this time. The type of magic I'm using is just a tiny bit. It's the same as really lucky at the right times. And I say that there was just a little bit of alcohol that got into one of the, like someone accidentally tossed some alcohol behind them and it landed just enough in the candles to make them like flare up for a second.
Is it like cool guys don't look at explosions? Like we get distracted walking with a smile if it happens.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Like I just go to the start, I whisper a secret, use a little bit of magic, and then I turn around and start walking away.
All right, excellent.
Hopefully the chalice and the hound don't get set on fire and die.
You have a additional coin. So other than betting your facet, you may also bet your coin as well, and that would allow me to draw twice, and you take the higher one. And then after this, we will take another short break, but let's resolve this one real quick. Are you going to bet it? Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, I think you may be muted.
Yeah. Let's take a break now as we attempt to fix things on our side and theirs. And then after that, we will be back with the resolution and see if we can get one of the little coins off of the Wheel of Fortune. Hopefully. So yeah, see everyone in about 5 minutes. Bum bum bum. We are back. Thank you guys for being patient with us. I think all is well now, and as we say that, we're about to start a fire. So,
Oh yeah.
Misfortune. What facet are you betting, and are you going to bet your additional silver coin? What that'll allow you to do is I will draw twice, and you get to choose the higher of them.
I misunderstood what the silver coin does. I'm just gonna bet blood, which is something along the lines of I always leave with a smile. Oh, please be good.
It is the Knight of Wands. So it is another yes and. So
yes!
you pull it off to perfection, and you get an additional coin. So describe how it goes. What does it look like?
As I'm talking to like the last guard that I can find and telling them these ghost stories about this haunted bat, at the same time as the other guards are starting to sort of get a little finicky and on edge, there's just this like a scream coming from the party, and the two of you who are in there see that a curtain against one of the far walls has just caught on fire. But before any serious damage can happen, the curtain burns away and doesn't catch anything else on fire, but the curtain is like gone.
You don't want to burn the whole house down?
No.
Why?
Because I don't want to kill anyone yet.
What? Okay.
So,
and
are you basically
since
making like the fire is meant to be a distraction, not like a burn down the building?
The fire is meant to make the guards super paranoid without thinking that someone committed arson. Kind of like, they just heard this ghost story and suddenly they're having bad luck at this huge party.
Okay.
And some of them at least know that the bat is there. So now they're like, oh my gosh, this bat is haunted. I do not want it here anymore. If that makes sense.
Excellent. Yeah.
Misfortune doesn't do big, terrible things. Misfortune spreads seeds of chaos.
All right, so you now have 2 additional silver coins, and there is 1 more coin left on the Wheel of Fortune. What's the next?
I have an idea, actually, for what I want to do for that, because the Wheel of Fortune is kind of our, locked door behind which this thing is hidden, right? Mm-hmm. So I have to imagine that because this is the devil that we're stealing from, they've probably got some kind of like magical or arcane lock that this crown is hidden behind. And I would like to use my silver, take someone's words from them to do the magical equivalent of a safe cracking type of thing. So I understand the way that words and intentions and these sort of things have power and meaning because I'm very good at doing that myself. I'm good at taking away other people's words and closing up things that I don't want them to say or share. And so I'm kind of going to use that to reverse engineer it a little bit and see if I can figure out, because I know how to take words away to hide things. Mm-hmm. Can I figure out what has been taken away here? What is missing here that is keeping this artifact locked out or locked away?
Yeah, and for artifact, are you speaking of the prize or the
crown?
The crown itself.
Right. what we came here for.
Yeah.
The
thing most important.
Yes.
All right. So seems like trying to figure out which of the box, the aspects that this kind of falls under, because you have temperance. Go ahead.
I was going for the Wheel of Fortune because I think we had 1 coin on there, and the way that I understood that was that's the hardware that's keeping this thing locked away. It's not a person, but it's a whatever the fortress is that it's hiding in. So that's what I'm going after right now.
Excellent. All right. I love it. And you already bet the facet. So are you ready for this?
Yeah, I ready as I'll ever be. This is all I got left, really.
It is the Four of Cups, which
Okay.
is a no and. So the situation gets out of hand and additional complications arise from the fallout or failure. The facet wagered on the challenge is lost. And the royal
I have no
has
facets
their
anymore.
You do not.
Sadness.
So what that means is that you now rely upon your secret motivation. So this is a part during kind of the movies and everything where things get tough and you have to rely upon that secret motivation. So that secret motivation will be shown to everyone else. But this is drama it up. I believe in you. Take it away.
Okay, so I lose the facet and then the no. Do you say what happens bad or do I?
You, yeah. I'm just fate in this.
The bad thing that happens, because this is the only person that really has any indication of what my secret truly is that while I'm busy trying to unlock this arcane lock that this crown is hidden away in, the Empress shows up with the whole, aha, I thought I might find you here kind of thing, because she knows why I want this. So she expected it. And I did not think of that. So I've attracted attention.
Excellent. So it looks like the heist is not going so well right now. So who would like to go next? You guys see that the Chalice of Fountains is having a difficult time as all these strings are being pulled here. Sorry, go ahead, Hound.
I mean, you know what the easiest fix to a bad time is? You take a baseball bat to it. So I would like that baseball bat, please. And I think what I'm gonna do is I think it's in this sort of pressurized case that if there's no speck of dust gets in it, and if you touch it, then it sends off all the alarms and stuff. And go in and start very carefully inspecting it, and got all these devices and things, and then I notice that there's a commotion happening and something's gone wrong, and I do a smash and grab. I'm gonna smash the case to bits, grab the baseball bat, head out of there.
What facet are you betting on this?
So I'm gonna use my facet bleed later.
So you're gonna smash it with your hands, getting cut up, and just
literally just chunk it in there. I want that baseball bat, please.
I like to think you just kind of keep your wounds from actually happening, and then you leave and you're like, okay, I'm done, and your hand just goes.
I don't know what that face means, Mitch.
Oh, it's just my face. It means nothing.
I was about to say, welcome to being GM'd by Mitch. You never know quite what that face means, but you learn to fear and suspect everything.
So you drew the King of Wands, which is a court card, which is a yes and. So you succeed and you get a coin that you can bet on later. But how does this work and look fantastic? Also, I don't know what's up with this drawing, Anna. I am so sorry. It's just I feel like every time I draw for you, it's
We always joke that I roll aggressively average or terrible in games, and I love that this is a game where you don't roll, someone else draws cards for you, and I'm still this level of average. I'm just leaning into it. This is my thing. I own it. I stand by it. It's fine. It's great.
You got this.
It's interesting.
It adds some flavor.
Yeah.
A little bit of zest to the game.
So yeah, I'm gonna say So yeah, I smash and grab it, and the alarm goes off, right? Or maybe I like that the alarm goes off. I guess it could be that I smashed it so good that I smashed the alarm, and the alarm does not go off.
Or maybe the alarm's going
Totally
off
up to
because
you.
of the fire.
But I do like the idea of the alarm going off, and I think what goes right is that I'm able to beat up every person that stands in my way successfully with no problems. So like the guards that are standing outside come rushing in, and I just grab this bat, and no blood, no time for that right now. In this sort of fancy knight's garb, my cool baseball bat, and I start whacking people, and I head out to the floor of the party, and I think I do like a sidle up to the Chalice of Fathoms and say, "Oh, my part went great. I don't know about you, but I think it's time we start being a little bit more aggressive."
Smash cut to me just looking over at the Empress out of the corner of my eye like, oh, yeah, okay, sure, more aggressive. Coming right up.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. All right, who's next? Oh, you guys have taken down the Wheel of Fortune, so that leaves 3 cards left. So Temperance was 2, 1 at Magician, and 1 with Empress.
Okay, we're gonna be more aggressive. Okay, since I have no facets left to wager here, and my secret motivation comes out to the fore, do I have to state what it is, or do I just do the thing and you like figure it out? What do I do?
It's kind of it is through your scene or maybe an internal monologue. You reveal your secret. So I will leave that up to you to make it awesome.
Okay, so the calm, cool, collected act has only gotten me so far. What I want most is the exact opposite of that. It is everything that the devil stands for, and that's why I want to steal that, because right now I just have the power to take words away. If I can assume the power of the devil, I would get the power to give them back. So what I'm going to do, since it requires you to give up, like this ascension requires you to give up the thing that makes you who you are, right? Like you can't stay who you are. I'm going to try and grasp for the bat and basically like... What? Oh. Basically go
what are you doing?
No. I'll work on it. You'll see. Basically go to like smack it into my face to try and break off a piece of a tooth to add to it, because I don't have magic left to use. I don't have blood left to use. But what I do have is my loyalty to the queen. And so I'm going to quite literally give up some piece of my body and ego and pride to try and make this bat into a weapon capable of taking down the devil.
Excellent.
Listen,
all right,
if you
so
want to get hit in the face, all you had to do was ask.
which
I
one
gotta
of
do
the
this myself.
yeah, this is... I have to do this on their own. Temperance, Magician, or Empress? Which one of these are you kind of chipping away at?
Temperance.
Excellent.
I'm pretty much trying to empower the weapon with a sacrifice.
Oh, so yeah, there is special rules for when you get to roll more.
Oh. It'll all still be average, but that's nice.
Yeah, so because you're at... no, you may not. As fate,
no, because I'm using...
No.
Yeah, I'm using my super secret.
Yeah.
So sorry, what do I...
You get to draw twice because you're kind of... This is all on the cards for you.
Yeah, this is desperate.
Okay. We have the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands.
Okay.
10 is really good. So that is a yes and not only do you pull it off, but you manage to get a benefit from the bargain, and you get a silver coin to bet later on for your use. So how does this look like as you smash yourself in the face?
I think as I smash myself in the face, piece of the tooth breaks off. I just stick it to the bat, and I'm gonna hand it back to the hound, and just with kind of a wee little bit of blood coming out of my mouth, just be like, go on. Go take the thing I can't give.
All right. Oh,
Awesome
yeah.
one-liner for the
I'm
win.
good at that.
Yeah, speaking of which, as you guys turn around, you see the devil in their bathtub staring at you very close by.
I point.
Yeah, this is a time when the devil is coming into the fray. So you guys know you can't beat the devil where you are at right now. You have to finish the heist basically before you can actually take it. So this is just you guys trying to escape and survive having the devil kind of accost you. So there are 3 tokens on the devil, and it's your job to kind of take those 3 tokens off. And when you complete that, that is you escaping from whatever tragedy the devil is providing you. So other than this well-toned individual with a slightly hairy chest within the bathtub staring at you, what is the devil throwing at you that is kind of complicating this, and how are you guys overcoming it?
Wait, a lot of the devil's stuff has to do with, like, people, right? In a way?
Yeah, he's kind of like
so what is,
sexy and erotic.
And sexy
devil.
and you know, a little bit sexy.
What if he's sending the crowd at us? What, you guys? Because I'm not
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, like minions or something.
Excellent.
Yeah, a bunch of, you know, other shirtless people just show up and it's really difficult. And it's like, I'm like, wait. Distracted and it like got hot in here because of the fire, so they're like sweating and it's like, oh, what do we even do?
All right, how are you guys overcoming these individuals?
I would like to. So I was thinking as I was walking away, because I had assumed I'd done pretty much everything I needed to do. I see the Empress walking in, and I'm thinking I managed to talk to her and get her to persuade the bodyguard, who's on the edge of his seat right now, to take me off of the blacklist and invite me into the party. So I'm able to finagle my way into this party.
Are you her +1?
I'm her +1.
Excellent. All right, so
and
what,
now-
that's it. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No,
I
Anna,
thought
you
this
go.
was a group question, but I'll just wait until your thing is done because, yeah, I misunderstood, but you go first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I walk in a little bit behind the Empress, and I'm going to use my blood again, and I'm going to put a silver coin on it.
All right, so you're using one of your silver coins to draw an extra one. So I'm drawing 2 for you. So we have the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. So 7, which is a yes, but. You succeed, but you are going to damage your facet. So how does that look like?
I'm going to say it's going to be like literal. And I'm going to say what happens is I walk in and just a large ember from the curtain that probably just recently stopped burning actually lands right on the corner of my mouth, burning it. so I'm not able to smile, literally.
Okay. Do you need medical attention?
No, it's fine.
He's like,
It's fine.
It's chill.
It's just like a second-degree burn on my
Just-
face. I can deal with it later.
It's just really, really chapped lips, you know? Like, you can smile, but you don't want to, because it's just gonna hurt a lot.
It's like chapped lips, but it's actually like they're so chapped they're like burnt.
Does
But
the
it's
when you walk in, does the Empress realize that you're like with the crew that's messing up the whole party, and she's like, "Oh, you used me, so you damage your relationship with her, and therefore."
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Okay.
No, I think it's kind of funnier to literally take it as I cannot currently leave this situation smiling.
Cool.
Nice.
Well,
all right,
I
so
would say,
yeah, go ahead, Hound.
no, Mitch, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, like, what else are you guys doing? Because we got 2 more tokens on this to avoid the devil and their shirtless men people.
Yeah, very
I would like to...
terrible situation.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hound.
I would like to mobilize the rest of the Court of Cups, like the entourage, basically, that came into this party with me, and have them try and, you know, mesmerize people by just being extremely charismatic like I am, because I taught them well, into just being like, okay, this really isn't your fight. Wouldn't you just rather go back and, like, party and dance and drink and stuff? So I don't have anything except for my coin that is really useful there, because I don't really think my secret motivation applies, and my aspects are both burned. So let's use the coin.
Yeah, you still get to draw 2 just because you're kind of that. You're still like, if you fail, you die. Well, because of the fact that if you fail, you die. So it's kind of like that.
Cool.
Final
I'll
adrenaline.
narrate something. I'll narrate something awesome. It's cool.
All right. Do you still want to use a coin? Because normally you draw 2. If you use a coin, I'll draw 1 additional.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? I need help.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that last one was it. The other 2 were just 1 through 5, but you got the 9 of Cups. So. Oh no. But it is.
Gonna die, but...
yeah, it is. You succeed, but damaged. So. This is pretty much it for you and your crew. What does this look like? And it doesn't even mean like you die. It could just mean you're just out of the heist, or it's up to you. This is your moment.
And this is just for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that seeing the feeling the pain of having broken off a piece of my tooth, and seeing all of the Court of Cups go up against the devil's minions and things like that, I think that sense of, despair that's guarding the artifact, that sense of dread, kicks back in, because I've realized that the thing that I wanted to get most to try and make the fact that I hurt someone I cared about happy again is now just turning into this pointless fight, this pointless brawl. Like, why am I even still doing this, Like, what is the point? What is the point of all of it? Because I don't think it's going to work. And I have just told a bunch of people to probably get torn to shreds. And I think that aspect of the protection of the artifact comes back.
Excellent.
And it gets me.
Yeah, you see. Yeah, we play, was it On the Nature of Daylight, as the Cup of Phasms has their final moment. But there is one more coin on the devil, so misfortune.
Do you have something?
Do you want to take care of it? I can take care of it. Do you want to take care of it?
I can take care of it because I want to use this cool bat that I got. I think just, doing what you do with a bat and start hitting people, bashing heads in, running around, and yeah, doing that.
I think I'm also helping, just kind of using... I like to think Misfortune is dual-wielding some lit candles. Or just holding up some lit candles and a bottle of hairspray. It's just like, get back!
Get back! But yeah, just tearing it up, and I'll wager my bleed later aspect as well as my silver coin that I just got.
Excellent. All right. Toss the silver coin to the side. Ooh. Okay. You got the Emperor, which is a court card. So you pull it off, do super well, and you get a coin. So go ahead and narrate this. And for people who don't know, Anna has just been upgraded to something more terrifying, and we'll let you know after they kind of resolve their role. So go ahead, Hound and Misfortune. How does this look, and how epic is it?
So yeah, I think I go in around and knock people out and try and avoid messing with the Court of Cups people. But if they are in the way, whoopsies. Sorry about that.
If they're in the way, they're dead now. Oopsie daisy.
That's a real mistake on my part. The blue just looks so similar to the no shirt. And I totally knock off some stuff and start setting the whole house on fire because that's my goal. Is to rend it, raise it to the ground.
All right. Devil, do you say anything? How do you react to this as they messed with your attractive individuals, your army?
I think I tried to tap into that part of the Hound that has this sort of criminal background. I just have to remind you that both you and Misfortune can't defeat me together. There can only be one who ascends. You know the best way to make sure that that's you, right? And then just leaves it at that.
You don't throw away toys until after they've broken.
I am not a toy.
I'm not saying, yeah, I'm saying that to the...
I think that... I think the devil likes to break the toys that they play with.
No? Then your crown will probably be a good fit on my head. So... let's keep working on that one.
Nice.
What?
All right.
What aspects?
Yeah, you guys have Temperance, Magician, and Empress, one on each.
I'm gonna do I'll do the Empress. I don't want to kill her, but I don't want her here. So I'm just gonna get her sent out in the chaos of the crowd.
Okay.
Forced out of the building. I will use my silver, my Russian roulette.
And what does this look like?
I'm just directing the crowd towards her and directing all of them towards a door. Sort of fencing them in with...
yes, but how?
With fire.
With fire. Okay.
All right, so you're betting one facet, and are you using a coin? You have one left.
I'm going to save my coin.
Okay. The Four of Pentacles. A no. And things get worse. That facet that you had is now damaged. Go ahead and let me know how this plays out for you.
I set her on fire.
But that means that she would leave. She doesn't get to leave. She's in our way still.
Oh, that's a good point. I set the door on fire.
Do you set yourself on fire?
I set the door on fire, so no one's able to leave.
And this facet of yours, how did it get damaged during it?
I'm gonna say it was too specific and obvious of a manipulation of luck that it just severely backfired. And in my attempt to alter things, I was directly trying to force them, and that caused things to go wrong. And now I'm just not able to alter them as well, or I guess at all, for the time being.
All right. So we still have every card still down, no change, and things have gotten a little bit worse in this party. The devil continues to lather up within his little bathtub, gazing out with moral indignation. Yeah. Hound. What are you up to?
What's the temperance one still? Like, what's the thing we have on that?
We have one coin on it, so one more thing to overcome.
Right. What would that thing be potentially?
So temperance was the baseball bat of bone.
Okay.
And now my tooth.
Yeah, and the tooth. So
Yeah.
+1.
Okay. Didn't I get that one when I smashed it out of the case, and then Anna put her tooth on it?
But there's still one more thing that needs to be added, or maybe messed with the thing for it to kind of have the final effect that you need.
Okay.
You gotta add more bone.
Just keep adding bone to it. I mean, no, I think that's too difficult. I think probably what happens is I'm going to have to go after the magician, and I'm going to have to kill my mentor, or you know, maybe that's a little bit too much, but that's the first thing that came to mind is like perhaps he has noticed that sides have turned once more, and they've turned against me, so he's against me, and therefore I must be against him now, and yeah, we do a fight. And if I have a coin still, I'll put a coin on that.
All right, you do. This is your last coin. So I'm going to pull 2 for you. We have the 10 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. All right, so you got a yes and. It super succeeds. You take that coin off of the Temperance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking off a Temperance, or was it Magician?
Magician.
Magician, okay.
As I like, I think my mentor, I literally beat into the ground, and it's a moment of like, I've surpassed him, but also now he's probably dead, which is not maybe not the greatest feeling to do that to someone you used to look up to, but there's only room for one at the top, babies, and it's gonna be me. So
Yeah.
there you go. Do you want to do something before I do something?
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have my blood or silver anymore, so that's fun.
But you have your secret.
I do have my secret. And I think that after things have gone so out of what Miss Fortune wanted, ways that she didn't like, she just gets really upset. And so she is going to try to... I think she's gonna lash out and she's gonna try to throw the Empress at the devil for an attempt to get rid of the Empress's coin. Because she wants everything to be predictable and she wants to be able to control the outcomes of pretty much anything she does. And she doesn't like that things are so unpredictable and things are not in the hands of her, but in the hands of fate. So she's just going to lash out and grab the Empress and throw her at the devil.
Like, actually throw her
Well,
body?
like, toss her.
Okay.
Like, shove her. But yeah.
I think you're just adding more fun to the devil's bathtub.
So what facet are you betting for this?
This is my secret. This is my.
Oh yeah, this is
why.
this is it for you. Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. I will go ahead and draw.
I have a coin. Could I use that too?
You can.
Actually, I don't want to because using 2 cards tends to work out for me. Sorry.
Are you sure?
Yes. No. Well, I'm never sure about anything, but I'm gonna be confident, and hopefully it doesn't go poorly for me.
This is it.
Okay. You got the 10 of Cups.
Oh yes.
Which is a
Nick,
yes and yes. Huh? I tried. Which is a yes and. So you get a coin from this, and you're able to take one off of the Empress, leaving only Temperance left as the final box between you and the prize. So what did this scene look like?
It's literally just like Miss Fortune throws the candle and the hairspray that she had on the floor, or like perfume or something. It's probably perfume, let's be honest. And she just grabs the Empress and does like, why can't anything go the way I want? And then shoves her at the devil. As she trips and falls and splashes on top of the devil.
And that would thoroughly distract anyone, I think.
Yeah.
Being in the bathtub with the devil. No, does she get knocked out or something?
No, they're just tangled underwater now.
All right. So you just have Temperance, the only thing standing in between you and the prize.
So is there? Let's see. Where is the crown right now? Do we know? What happened to the crown in all this? Where's that at?
The crown is because if you remember, the Cups of Fathoms was trying to kind of break open the lock. So it was just behind this almost archaic occult-like door.
All right. Yeah. If I can go and perhaps, let's see. I mean, if the bat likes teeth, I got teeth. There's no worries about teeth. But I almost like it more if I'm like, or, you know, you got a tooth and that doesn't seem to be good enough for you. So I don't know how bloody, well, I know how bloody I want to get, which is ripping off one of my fingers and being like, you can take this, and as I like attach it, it like, the skin and stuff like burns off, so it's just the finger bone. I just slap that bad boy on there.
Gross.
And we get going, and I that, you know, powers it up enough that it starts doing the cool glowy thing, and I can bust through the door and get the crown, please. Please.
All right.
Give us the crown. We've tried so hard.
And I would like to bet anything I possibly have. If I think I have a coin and my bleed later, and I don't know, all of it.
You do not have a coin, as far as I can tell. But you do, I guess, have
Did
a
I not
facet
get a
that
coin
you.
on the last one again?
I
Didn't I get
thought,
the page?
You did, yes, yeah. So we can use that coin right now if you'd like.
Please.
Yeah.
You have one coin, actually. Never mind.
And what facet are you using?
Bleed later.
So a 7, a yes, but. So you accomplish it, but something bad happens.
You won't
so I'll
believe
let
this?
you go ahead and narrate it for us, Hound.
Yeah. So, I think I accomplish it. I get through the door, and I think, like, if this was a cinematic scene, what you'd see is me busting through the door. And while there hasn't been a speck of blood on me all night, as the like debris clears and the dust clears, you can see that I'm bleeding profusely everywhere, especially from my hand, which is very hurt.
Is this the same hand you punched through the glass with?
Oh yeah, so there's just blood streaming down my face. Bruises start just blooming up everywhere like in time lapse. And I walk sort of haggard breathing now over to the crown, and I grab it and I walk back out, hold it out, and look misfortune and the devil right in the face as I put it on my own head. No space for misfortune here.
Wait, but
No.
what? The chariot's 2 people.
No. The devil's one person, and that's me.
But what if we could split the crown? Like, actually, we could.
No.
Yes.
Listen, the only time you ever won a battle with me was a draw, and that's because your whole fortune thing made the earth split between us wide enough that I couldn't get to you. And right now, and I use whatever, do I have devilly powers that I can like over there, and I point the bat in your face, I say, there's no space between us now.
I helped you get here.
Thank you for
If
that.
it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be in this party right now.
I do love a good stepping stool.
If it wasn't for me, those 2, I point at the Empress and the Devil, would be fighting you right now. Split the crown.
It's already on my head, and doesn't it just fit so snugly?
No, it's actually a little small. Wow.
I whack misfortune as hard as I can, and I don't know if we want to cut to black there.
Yeah, I mean it's the sun has risen. It has been a night of heisting and craziness. Not everyone made it, but it looks like by the end of the night there is a new devil that replaces the tarot deck everywhere in the world. So what does this look like? This new face of the devil card.
Can I say that
I think
as the old devil cards like crumble away, it's like slowly replaced. Like the old card was a picture of the devil in the hot tub. And that's the old world passing away. Was a devil in a hot tub.
Oh no! Now I'm almost sad about it. Except for not at all. Yeah. I think you get this sort of, I think, very triumphant looking, like, holding out I'm getting really bloody with this. Anyways, I want to say, like, holding out the head of misfortune with the bat over the shoulder like this, crown of thorns on my head, and just crown of horns on my head, and just, like, grinning with wolf's teeth, and shirtless. Thank you very much. We'll keep the thing going.
Well, rest in peace, misfortune. She might have been the luckiest person in the party, but she still died.
Oh, and can we have the chalice of like fathoms like laying down with her back to the front of the card, like at my feet as well? Like just collapsed on her side.
Yeah, you are the creator. You are the god of that facet. So as it shall be, so it will be. All right, everyone. That was a Royal Blood, a game of cards. Really fun game. I liked it. So we'll kind of go around real quick and chat a little bit about what we liked, what we didn't like, and where we can find you later on. So Anna, why don't you go ahead?
Well, I mean, This game is really fascinating. I wouldn't say that there was even really anything that I disliked about the game. When I was reading through the rule book, it was one of those things where it's very abstract, it's very lyrical. And it's kind of a game that really depends what kind of story you get is very dependent on the players that you have playing the game. So I think I would also really like to play this game again, just because I think it would be very different every time you play it. Granted, we all know that I'm still going to roll aggressively, averagely, even in a game where I don't roll, but Mitch just draws cards for me because that's just how I am. So I'm okay with that being the constant. I thought that having like different card pulls be interpretive and being something that we sort of all work through together, even like getting fate involved in that aspect of the storytelling rather than just like, I'm fate, I'm the manager, I tell you how hard this task is and whether you succeed or fail. I'm interested in games that have that more like narrative push and pull mechanic, and I tend to really enjoy playing them. Did you want me to also say who I am aside from the devil and the the once and future chalice of fathoms? So I'm Anna. I'm at Nymeria941 pretty much everywhere on the internet, including here on Encounter Roleplay. I am the historian for the Tuesday night game of Flames of Freedom, Boston Besieged, which is a powered by Zweihander adventure into the colonial Gothic world of the American Revolutionary War. And my fantastically awful, brilliant, wonderful, terrible, I love them, cast decided that if we got 40 retweets for the stream last night, that I would do my dramatic trailer voiceover voice for the very dramatic trailer we have for that is voiced by the Doom guy. And they made it happen, so I got to do that now. So make sure to come back and watch that on Tuesday if you want to hear my like puny little pipes do my most dramatic trailer rendition. Also, because I do all Zweihander all the time right now, I do have a Zweihander game on Fridays on Chromatic Chimera that is called Bloody Portrait, where we all play characters who live in Renaissance Florence, and there are vampires, and now I am one of them. And I'm supposed to be going to a masquerade ball this week, so we're gonna see how this, vampire is or is not successfully leaving the house for the first time since being turned. So definitely check that out. And yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome, thank you very much. Sam and AZ, since you guys are both in that little TV, we'll just swoop it on over to you guys.
Hanging out together, as always. Yeah, so we work at Indie Press Revolution. My name again is AC. This is...
Hi, I'm Sam again.
So Indie Press Revolution sells Royal Blood. You can find us at indiepressrevolution.com or at IPR Tweets on Twitter or at Indie Press Rev on Instagram or Indie Press Revolution Facebook page. I should know all of these because I manage most of them except for the Twitter, but they're all different. So, yeah, you can find Royal Blood there as well as a ton of other indie tabletop RPGs. Sam and I are also on the Indie Press Revolution YouTube channel where we do things, and I promise I'm not usually as mean as I was this game. I'm usually very nice.
That's not 100% true. A lot of her characters are similar to this, albeit a little less aggressive.
I can't say anything to that.
She once had a wizard that set them so that I think exploded?
Yes, okay, I had a wizard that set themselves on fire. My characters are... Listen.
AC likes to say that my characters are predictable. I like to say that they're the best, because they usually have the biggest impact on the story. I don't actually know why. But anyway,
yeah, our fight's adorable. You can see more of them on Twitter and on Facebook and on YouTube. We are always stuck in this tiny office together. I mean, we are always sharing this lovely tiny office together.
We only ever get along.
It's fantastic. Thank you.
But yeah, highly recommend this game, and we actually also sell other games by the same creators, which I also highly recommend.
Yes.
Rowan, Rook, and Descartes. Very good.
Yeah, very, very good, very cool.
Oh, and you can find me on resident underscore squid on Twitter and Instagram, but I don't actually use the Instagram ever. I don't even think my account's done yet, so don't. You can find me on Twitter.
Yeah.
There's 2
Right,
underscores. It's a
excellent.
typo, and I
Yeah.
think it's funny.
All right, people, we have an amazing game coming up right after this. iHunt is going to be fantastic. I absolutely love the crew and what they've done with it. And I believe iHunt is actually coming to physical products very soon. So you'll be able to get the actual physical book real soon here. So I'm super excited about that. I can't wait to get my hands on a copy. iHunt is... Go ahead, Anna. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just wanted to add something to that really quickly, because the physical books are out for pre-order, but they are, I looked this up because I want that book badly in my life. Already paid for the PDF. They're allowing you to use the money that you spent on the PDF as credit towards the physical book, so you don't essentially have to buy it twice. It's awesome. Just wanted to throw that out there because the book is super beautiful, and if you already have the PDF, they're like letting you use that as credit towards it. It's
Yeah, you just saved me money. All right, everyone.
I think
thank
that
you
is
so
an
much.
acceptable devil.
Yeah, that's perfect. So everyone, please stick around for a wonderful show coming up here. Get some drinks, hydrate, enjoy thyself, and make sure to check out all these wonderful people on the interwebs, as well as the people we support and love. Of course, you can check out our sponsors just over there with the bot that just came in on the chat. Zweihander, Modifius, Defiant, the Wrong Brothers, all these amazing stuff. Make sure to check them out. This season would not be possible without them. And with that, I bid thee adieu, and hopefully you'll see us in your dreams sometimes.